I do not know how much wood I have sent out to that toy factory at this point, to be honest. No! There's 40 units of wood in here! Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Rise of Industry with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our little industry empire out here close to Panovitz. In the last episode, we took care of actually getting a bunch of livestock onto our livestock farm. We got a wheat field going, we got more water siphons going, and well, we've actually continued making a good bunch of money, I'll have to say, and it seems to be getting ever more, but we are certainly nowhere close to where we want to be here. Now, at the end of the last episode, we also kind of finished off with this PR and marketing event thing where we can get a permit to build in Thornstetten and have the cost of all buildings reduced by 25% for 16 months. But, well, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to partake in that anyways, because we've got like 4 mil and the starting bid is like 11.25 mil, which is quite insane to me, and honestly, probably not really that much worth it either. But with that said, I think it is time today to kind of have a little bit of lag, look into what industries we're currently in, how much we are supplying, as well maybe those industries with, no, not those industries, but the markets with the goods they demand, if we maybe have some headroom to produce some more in some fields, and maybe if we also want to branch out into other things, like for example these gas fields that we have out here would probably be an option, even though I'm not really quite sure if selling gas and oil in its raw form is going to prove profitable for us, or if we will maybe also have to go into the tech tree here and see if we can't research something that we can use that for. That also kind of being the question though, because I wouldn't really know. I guess petrochemical is what we would want. We've got refined oil right here, we've got chemicals right here, we've also got plastic, so all those three being options, but also I'm not really sure if they are demanded anywhere, at least not yet. We've got stuff like Easter eggs, which requires paint and plastic, so that, like, there's a few things that would apparently, well, at least there's one thing that would require plastic. The thing is, we would also need to make paint, which is also a bit of work, and, well, we will kind of have to see about that. Raw rubber produced at orchard requires water. Really? Interesting. Okay, well, we're not going to get in too deep with that just yet. But yeah, so gas, like I would totally love to make like some chemicals or some plastic or something, but I don't really see much of any demand for any of this stuff yet. It feels that like most of everything right now is really only demanding raw resources that is not in our little area of business, if that makes sense. So we will have to focus on the advanced demands of our kind of region for the time being. Now, looking at this a bit more, well, mutton we're not going to be producing for a while. All these are kind of raw resources, so I think we've somewhat exhausted the opportunities that the farmers market gives to us in terms of what produce to make, except for the fact that we can probably sell more milk to the farmers market than we currently are doing. We also are producing meat. I think we're selling that out to another region, if I remember that correctly. And we're, oh yeah, right, we're selling out leather to the hardware store here, which I suppose, let's look at our production frequencies here. So if we look at the production, we are getting every 30 days 3 units of all these. We require 8 per 15 days, so we could like 3x that production. We wouldn't even fulfill that demand. So maybe something to look for, to look towards. We also require 1 unit of wheat per field, which means 3 per field every 30 days, and 3 units of water per field every 30 days. We're making at the same time 3 units of, okay, so for every livestock farm, we need one wheat farm. Now, how much of a surplus we have in terms of water siphons, I'm not quite sure. I would really honestly kind of like to have some sort of comprehensive overview at this point of what we are all producing, like say per month or something, so I would easily be able to see that. Production overview. Can I see this here? It's just telling me efficiencies. I want outputs. That does not seem to be the right thing. Unfortunately, I don't think that's a thing, so we will kind of have to manually weasel around that a bit, but in theory, we should be able to increase that output quite a bit, so I think we will be looking to do that. Gas fields we will leave untouched for the moment, but I think there is a good opportunity here, because, well, we could very nicely be making plastic or even just chemicals and petrol, but we've got gas fields here, we've got an oil field here, which we could very much be exploiting. I just don't want to kind of produce too many raw resources, because from what I've learned thus far, producing raw resources, not really doing anything with them, isn't the most profitable thing in the world. That's like the #1 reason we're researching the berry smoothies as well right now, because, well, the berry smoothies we can at least sell for more money. That said, I don't think berry smoothies are even required anywhere, so selling those out will be a whole another topic. Hopefully those will eventually be something that some place wants, which I thought there was like a global market. If we can click through here for a quick second, we can see berry smoothie. Oh, global market is like, how does a global market work? I think the global market works with connections like these, but how I sell out to the global market, I don't think I was ever told by the game, was I? So how do we do that? Can anyone tell me? Because I'm sort of lost. Like, as far as I can see, the global market prices are honestly way lower than what we get on the local market, so maybe we don't even want to focus on that too much. But it would be an option for selling the grape juice. Or not grape juice, but berry smoothie. Like, the only thing is, holding shift for more info doesn't do anything. The only thing is, I don't know how to actually sell to the global market. So, if any of you know, please let me know down below in the comments. For the time being, we will not focus on that anyways, because our research isn't finished just yet, and, well, maybe we will just wait for some more local demand to develop, but in the meanwhile, it seems that all these forests have nicely grown around our lumberyard, so efficiency should be picking up, which would be very nice, because that could also mean that we can actually place more toy factories to make more toys, sell more toys, make more money off those lumberyards. You can see last month's production here has been 5 units. I think that's kind of a bit up from what it used to be, and it should eventually reach those 6 units that we have at this lumberyard too. And if we've got 12 units of production per month, you can see right here that we are using 2 every 15 days, so we're using 4 per factory, so we would be able to supply 1 more factory. At the same time, we would make 8 wooden trains at the moment. We are kind of needing 16 a month. So we would very much be able to make more money off that if this lumberyard actually reaches 6 a month. So I hope that that is going to happen very, very soon. Fingers crossed on that. The ongoing auction I very much registered. Thanks very much, game, but we're not going to focus on that. And why is there a tree in the middle of our building? Oh, that's kind of funky. Anyways, so I think with that all said, what we're going to be focusing on for the meanwhile is we're going to be focusing on expanding livestock and wheat production a bit. We could basically just get 2 more livestock farms and 2 more crop farms going, but we will kind of have to see to it that we do have enough water, and I'll kind of need to see how much we have here. So in total right here, we've got 18 units every 15 days, so we're at 36 every month, out of which we use 4. We use another 6, that's 10, and we use another 3, that's 13. Yes? Are we using that little? 13, and then we have this thing, which is 16? Do I have a 16, right? Oh, this is last month's production. Okay, so we've got 6, 12, 18. Okay, so we've basically only got 2 surplus units of water every month, which will not be enough at all. 1 water siphon seems to be making 6. So if we were to place 1 more, we would be able to kind of supply 1 more of these livestock plus crop farms. I will actually swap my research again. Speaking of which, because at the moment, finishing this very research won't have any effect for us because we can't sell it. So I would honestly rather stop that for a minute. We can get back to it later and actually focus on the logistics. I think that other decision was kind of not the right thing to go for. What I really want to do, though, is actually get the truck capacity +1, which is kind of going to take a long while, honestly. But that's kind of what I want to go for because, well, we've otherwise probably got a huge ton of traffic on our hands with all this water. But basically, 1 water siphon supplies 1 livestock plus crop farm combination. So in theory, that means we need another 2. Which is kind of insane, but at the same time, also kind of pretty profitable. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to place the water siphon facility, well, the first one out here, and we're going to place the pumps right there, basically. Gonna have to connect all those to the streets, and well, then I will have to place another whole thing like that. We're kind of running low on money, I'll have to say. No, I'm not gonna get time playing while I think. Let's do it like this. We're gonna expand things. Did I just build over that road? No, that's maybe not the right way to go. Let's make it that then. We're gonna keep it at this for the time being, and we're gonna go and build 1 more crop farm and 1 more livestock farm, and we're gonna make do with that for now. Because if we don't, we may face bankruptcy because I'm investing too much money into the business right now. Like, at some point, we probably just want to give it a bit of time for us to actually rake in some profit based on all the things we've just built. Because otherwise, you know, that could become a bit hairy eventually. So, we're going to want to build some fields. So, let's probably take care of that properly then. We're going to place those around here. And we're going to just build a livestock farm right next to this. If we can, which is apparently not that easy because it's on a totally different grid. So we're going to make it like that, waste a bit of space. Unfortunately, we're going to go and build a bunch of livestock pens around that thing, and we're going to go and actually connect that up with an urban road, and you can see we're down to 2.6 million, which is crazy. We've spent a lot of money on all this stuff, and we do now kind of need to try and actually reap the rewards from this. This should all be in the auto logistics zone of the warehouse, and well, we should still be delivering all the water from these water siphons to this warehouse, so in theory, we should be well covered. Let's check it though. Crop farm 1, livestock farm 2, livestock farm... Oh, right, that goes to livestock farm 2, crop farm 2, livestock, yeah, so they're all kind of covered, which is nice. You can see all those fancy connections going in, and there's livestock farm 2. So that's all kind of covered, and well, we're gonna have some ingoing products from livestock farm 2 as well here, I hope. We very much do, and well, the destinations for all this stuff we've already set, or well, respectively have been... No, we've set them all because they kind of needed to be set because all these stores are too far away. The only thing, honestly, being that I don't like this meat stuff right here, because that basically goes halfway around the map to Webham's and is very far away. So, kind of maybe still want a railway, to be honest. Like, a railway would be good because we could just have a railway all the way across here and then just deliver it with trucks from there. Like, this delivery method right here seems very, very slow to me, and probably is going to be costing us a bunch of money. But I think we're going to speed up the game a bit now, because honestly we do need to try and actually make some money off this now before, well, we actually invest more stuff into things, because otherwise we are going to be very, very bankrupt very, very soon. And you can see we haven't really made any profit this month yet, which hopefully is going to change very soon. The other thing on our list also being that we very much want another toy factory if this thing goes to 6. And it does. So I think we're going to go and take care of that now. This warehouse auto logistics zone is kind of a bit impeded. Well, not impeded. It's kind of a bit small. I don't really want to build a factory over here. Well, over here, because that's not going to be in the range of the air purifier. I also kind of want to build this in the auto logistics zone, though. So let's maybe quickly look at the heat map for pollution. This whole area is covered, so maybe we could terraform this here a tad bit and place the toy factory up there. That way we don't have to care about the logistics zone. Alternatively, we could just also, you know, manually connect things, spend like 2 more seconds on it, and not have to spend the money on terraforming, which is probably honestly the smarter way to do things. So what we're going to do is we're going to place another toy factory. Hopefully the air purifier is still going to be able to keep up with 3 factories. Going to connect that up. We're down to 2 million now, so spending even more money. But honestly, I think we should use the capacities that we have to make more money if we can. So we will have to choose some destinations. For a start, we will go raw resources. We will go for... Hello? What was that? That was weird. We're going to go wood. We're going to choose a destination being toy factory numero 3. And that is going to be going out. And then we will have to go to the actual toy factory and choose a destination for all those trains I am making, which is going to be warehouse 1. And then from warehouse 1, we're going to transport that on to sell things. Beautiful. So, with that said, that is all the woodworking capacities. I'm calling it woodworking. Well, all the lumberyard capacities used as well. And you can see we just lost a swift 600k despite 400k in profit. 400k in profit for a month. That is a lot of money, honestly. But yeah, like building upkeep. So like our total was 9k that month, which I'm not too happy with. 600k invested on top, you know. So we'll have to see how our profit looks in the very end. I mean, you got to keep in mind that we still have monthly R&D expensive of 100k, so those will weigh us down for a while to come. And honestly, I don't think they're really going to go away because we need to keep doing R&D. But on the other hand side, look at that. 127k in profit. I think we're very much going the right way with this. We just kind of need to actually let time run a bit, make a bit more money so we can actually then reinvest that money into even more. Because I think the next steps in my mind are honestly going to be, well, for one, hopefully finishing that truck research so we don't have that big of a backlog in our warehouse right there, and then also getting that 3rd livestock farm going in the area of operations of this warehouse, probably somewhere out here, so well, and the siphon, so that we can maximize that profit and actually work with all the demand that we're getting right here. Then after that, like, the question really for me is, how am I going to be able to reap more rewards from the natural resources I have in this area? Because I can harvest gas, I can harvest oil, there is just no demand for the products I can make for them. And also I would really like to have some demand for berry smoothie, which I don't know when and how that is gonna develop. So questions over questions for me, to be honest, and I don't really quite know how to best do it. But you can see our money is going up every month. We're making like a good 160k, 150k-ish profit every single month, despite, ooh, production alert, missing input, toy factory 2. Okay. 6 units. 6 units. Okay, maybe, just maybe that's like a tad bit of stuff missing, because of course we're producing as much as we need for input, so I would suppose that that is why occasionally one toy factory is going to run out of resources, and well, we're not going to quite perfectly use all of them at all times, but mostly I hope it should be fine. Let's just quickly look back at the pollution heat map. It seems as though that is all very nice and fine, so that's beautiful, and well, hopefully we're going to have some more demands developing here occasionally. I kind of want to look up here for a second, to be honest, because I would like to see how we are now valued in comparison to our competitors. You can see here, we're at 12 million of value. That guy's at 9 mil. And this person here is at 15.8 mil, which is kind of insane, to be honest. I don't like it that much. Maybe he just has a bunch of cash lying around and nothing else? Not quite sure about that part, to be honest, so we'll have to say. But yeah. We don't have any loans, apparently, which is nice. I don't even know how I would be able to take loans. We've got headquarters right here. We've got research, loans. Wait, are we paying for that at the moment? We've got a starter loan. Loan amount remaining 10 mil. Payments remaining 120. Monthly payment 83k. But, like, I'm not paying that, am I? Kind of a bit confused about that part, to be honest. We can take out more loans if we wanted to, but I don't really quite want to... What's that? Is that snow? Oh yeah, winter's coming. Beautiful. Winter's coming back. But yeah, so I don't really quite want to overdo it with the loans, so I think we're going to stick with this for the time being. The only thing I would really like to do, though, is change this thing. Our competitor apparently also being currently delivering things to webams, which I don't really like that much. Also kind of will have to think about that, because eventually we're probably going to try and want to buy up some competitors, ideally, if we can. But, well, we'll kind of have to see about that, because that's going to be a lot of money to spend on stocks. On the other hand side, we could get rid of our competitors that way, so could be an option? I don't know. The question also that I have maybe is, like, if I own part of his stocks, do I get part of his profits? Or do I only get his profits once I actually own that company? Very, very interesting parts right there. But yeah, you can see our profit is apparently going down, which I don't like. Well, hopefully that will fix itself soon. We do have that missing input still, which I really am starting to get a bit worried about. Maybe I didn't set this one up right? Oh yeah, max sent. That's probably the issue. We will set the max sent to 8 here as well. I do not know how much wood I have sent out to that toy factory at this point, to be honest. No! There's 40 units of wood in here! Okay, so like that's kind of a bit of a drawback of not having the auto logistics zones, especially if you mess up like that, I suppose. Literally 40 units of wood in that toy factory. Which very much explains why we did not have any goods to start production in this toy factory. Well, you know, that kind of also explains my profit slump, I suppose. So I gotta be careful whilst setting these things up, because that was honestly a bit of a mess up on my side. Now, we're making good money. We're nearing 3 mil again, but honestly, we're not really proceeding at the pace that I would really like to proceed at currently. So gotta kind of see, like, I don't really quite know how to speed it up. Maybe we should take out a small loan just to be able to advance this a bit further. Like, at the meantime, all my competitors are gaining a lot of value, which really makes me a bit paranoid about me not being good enough or fast enough at expanding in this game currently. So, gotta improve that. Gotta get this truck capacity done, and we do really need that siphon. Deliver 11 beef to Kochsfeld. Production amount 11 beef and location Kochsfeld by April 1st, year 4. I don't quite understand that contract auction. So we get 190k for delivering all that beef? I mean, we're making beef, so we could probably just redirect it, and Kochsfeld is honestly kind of closer than Webams, so I'm seriously sort of questioning why I'm delivering my beef to Webams when I could go to Kochsfeld instead. Question being, is this what I get? Or do I pay this? I hope this is what I get. We're going to bid, I think. We're going to bid, if in 3 days, apparently, we still have that, like, nobody else bids on delivering that, we get it, I suppose, which would be nice. 11 beef rather, within a year should be very doable. And 250% of the value sounds like a damn good deal to me, so I'd very much like to make that deal. Of course, that should get us a bunch of extra money, which is always nice. And it seems none of our competitors are producing beef or able to deliver beef, so we won. Now this all here, though, holy moly, that's a lot of farms and stuff, and well, is that Park Corporation? Who is this? Oh no, this is Waterworth. Okay, so this is our one competitor right here, and that's the other right there, Park Corporation. And I guess the rest of the map is pretty much empty for the time being. So we won that bid now, which is really kind of nice. We're going to go to our warehouse, and we're going to change this destination here for the time being, if I can, to this farmer's market? Is this how it works, yeah? Do I fulfill the contract that way? I hope so. I certainly do. They do have a demand of 6 per 15 days, which is a bit lower than what we had thus far. But that's still like 12 every 30 days, which should be way more than we're producing at the moment. So, not really an issue for me. Question being, do I need to deliver it to the farmer's market or to, like, this town center itself? Oh, I think I need to deliver it to the town center like that. So, we'll do that. Hopefully, that is all going to go fine and we're going to be able to finish that contract. And then, well, afterwards, we may actually change the distribution to the farmer's market in Cotchfell because, well, the delivery route is not that long, so it may be a little more profitable way because we don't have to pay as much for vehicle upkeep. So, that being the plan right there, I think quite some few advancements made this episode. Next time, we're going to see to actually gaining a bit more money, then we're going to place down another water siphon, finish off this whole setup with our crop farms and livestock farms, hopefully make more money off that. And then we're maybe going to see if we can find out what next products to sell, what's well, more advanced products are being required on the market that we could maybe eye to produce. So, very much looking forward to that. For today, though, this has been it. I hope you all enjoyed the episode as usual. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always help out the channel a ton. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider hitting that subscribe button right down below, as well as that bell icon to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. And with all that out of the way, then, as usual, thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.